Chief Minister Conrad Sangma on Thursday said that the ramping up of health infrastructure is being done on a war footing in different parts of Meghalaya. Conrad said this after conducting an inspection of the ongoing installation of the oxygen plant at Nongpo Civil Hospital. Speaking to media persons after the inspection, the Chief Minister also informed that similar UNDP-funded oxygen plants will also be installed at Tura and Joy, adding that the installation work is going at full pace. Funded by the United Nations Development Programme UNDP, the oxygen plant with a capacity of 150 liters per minute will be able to provide oxygen to 25 beds and will cater to COVID-19 patients in the hospital. Urging the contractor to expedite the work, Conrad expressed optimism that the oxygen plant at Nongpo Civil Hospital should be functional by next week. During his Ribhoi visit, the Chief Minister also held discussions with officials on setting up another COVID-19 base at the Maternity and Child Hospital at Umran, Niang Bernai. The ones who were present during the inspection were Nongpo MLA Mairal Bon CM, Ribhoi Deputy Commissioner RM Kurba and other district health officials. The Chief Minister during the day also inspected the cryogenic oxygen plant at Jengjal in West Garo Hills. The leveling of land and civil works is underway and effort is being made by the authorities to get the cryogenic tanks within 3 weeks. Conrad also informed that after the completion of the plant, it will cater to the needs of 5 districts of Garo Hills and part of West Khasi Hills. Meanwhile, Ribhoi Deputy Commissioner RM Kurba has informed that the Nongpo branch of SBI has been shut till May 27 after an employee tested positive for COVID-19. People who visited the aforesaid bank since May 13 have also been directed to undergo 10-day home quarantine. Citizens of the state, particularly those from the economically weak category and small-time traders who have taken a hit in the last 13 months due to the COVID-19 pandemic, have been desperately looking for succor from the state government, but it seems that the MDA government is in no mood to announce any relief measures for the exasperated public. At least this is what the Deputy Chief Minister Preston Tingsong's statement on Thursday conveyed. Reacting to a query on whether the state government was planning to announce some sort of relief package for citizens who have suffered the most in the last 1 year, Tingsong pointed out that last year the government provided assistance to nearly 2 lakh citizens of the state. What else can be done by the government? He contended. The total lockdown began yesterday, but prior to the lockdown, we had allowed activities under MGNREGS and construction work within one's premises, he added. When pointed out that some sections of citizens were looking at shortage of essential items due to the extended lockdown, the Deputy CM advised people to stop eating meat and add vegetables to survive during the lockdown. Instead of having meat every day, they should take vegetables with rice because right now we have to somehow ensure that we survive. As far as the supply of essential commodities to localities is concerned, Tingsong said that the government has worked out everything in this regard. There is a dedicated team, and if any Rangbas Nong feels that there is shortage of essential commodities in their locations, they can contact the district administration or the dedicated team. He also justified the lockdown, saying that the number of positive cases were rising in the district, adding that people should not panic. No one can bypass Umling's check gate. Earlier, Tingsong maintained that no one can bypass the mandatory testing at the Umling check gate as police personnel and magistrates are deployed there. If anyone bypasses the check gate, they will be punished. However, members of the KSU Eastern Border Area Circle nabbed around 20 migrants from the Shillong bypass in Bhoi Rimbong on Wednesday night. According to the group, almost all of the migrants hailed from Darang Assam and had come to the state in search of employment. It may be mentioned that the government has banned interstate travel in view of the surge in COVID-19 cases. Assam Chief Minister Dr. Himanta Biswa Sarma said that if people curtail their expenditure on birthdays or other personal events slightly, they could save precious lives or help people prevent the dreaded disease. While addressing the media, the Chief Minister said that one dose of Covaxin costs Rs 800, while Covishield is priced at Rs 600 per dose. Many people have the ability to donate such an amount and feel glad by serving a needy person, he said. Sarma also said that people must not think that the state government is facing fund crunch for vaccination, as his appeal is for making the inoculation drive a mass movement. It is the government's basic responsibility to immunize people against COVID-19. Sharma further said that Reliance Industries has contributed Rs 15 crore. Teachers are contributing their one-day salary, while the MLAs are also donating to strengthen the fight against the pandemic. Reliance Industries has 39 petrol pumps in Assam, and it has decided to provide 50 liters of fuel from each pump per day to the vehicles used in COVID management work. Admitting that there is a shortage of vaccines across the country, Sarma said that in Assam 35 lakh vaccines have been administered so far. Presently, we are administering around 50,000 vaccines per day. Sarma also said that around Rs 119 crore is there in the Assam Arogya Nidhi, and the amount would be used to purchase vaccines. In Assam, there are around 1 crore people in the first category, 18 to 44 years, and over 1.20 crore people in the second category, 45 and above. Around Rs 600 to 800 crore will be required to vaccinate the second category. People who want to head back to the top of one of the city's best known landmarks can start buying tickets on June 1, with the first visitors expected back on July 16, the operator said on Thursday. Special health procedures will remain in effect at that point due to the pandemic. The tower had to shut to visitors late last year as the pandemic forced the closure to multiple spots where crowds might gather and spread the disease. A reopening had been expected in December, but health conditions have not allowed it so far. It was the second coronavirus closure suffered at the tower, which was also shut down for parts of the spring of 2020, when the virus was started spreading through Europe. In a normal year, the tower gets 7 million visitors. It has stood in the French capital since 1889.